Hi everyone, welcome to my Flosstube channel. My name is Jessie Lee and I'm coming at you with video number 31. And Sabrina and Casper are joining me too. I got a kitty on each side of me. They are so cute. Here, let me scoot back a little bit so you can see them both while I'm talking to you. I am super excited to make this video today and to chat with you all because I have lots of fun things to talk about, but right off the bat, there are two sort of awkward things going on right now. The first is I'm recording this on the evening of the 3rd of July, which is the day before Independence Day here in the United States. And it seems my entire neighborhood is celebrating early by setting off fireworks. So if you hear lots of booms in the background of this video, I'm sorry about that. And I'm also sorry that I might get a little distracted by the noise here and there. If you can't hear it, I certainly am. It is just constant and it's a bit distracting, but I'm going to try to make it through. The other thing that is a little bit awkward is my own vanity, I guess. I didn't feel like wearing makeup today, and that's not the problem at all. I don't mind my bare face. The problem is that I hate the way my eyebrows look on camera. The light from this sconce right in front of me just reflects off my blondish eyebrow hairs and makes them disappear. My eyebrows look kind of bald on camera when I'm not wearing makeup for some reason. So just for my own vanity, let me scooch up and show you. I do actually have decently full eyebrows, okay? They're not bald or plucked to death or any of that, but they just look, see, they're gone. They just look weird. I'm sorry, I'm just being vain. You guys don't care, but I just, again, am distracted when I notice myself on camera. It's like, where are your brows, girl? Anyway, I digress. I've been gone from Flosstube a little longer than usual because I've just been really busy doing fun summer stuff. My kids are both on their summer break from school, so we've been getting out of the house a whole lot. We've been going to parks and walking on nature trails and swimming in lakes and so many fun things. But unfortunately, those fun things have made my investment in stitching time a bit lackluster. I don't have a whole lot of cross stitch to show today. It's not too exciting, so I will get that out of the way first. Of course, I've been keeping up with my Temperature Butterflies by Sarah the Stitchin' Mommy. I'm stitching this 1/1 on 25 count black Lugana with the brightest colors of DMC Light Effects and DMC Satin Flosses. And I finished up the June butterfly and it turned blue. What's exciting is that I have now stitched with every single color in my neon rainbow. The dark blue represents the hottest temperatures in my scale, 95 degrees Fahrenheit and above. The hottest day we had last month was 102 degrees. But that stupid hot day was really the exception. These butterflies represent the high temperatures of the day, and these blue high temperatures on the June butterfly were really just skyrocketing temperatures for 2 to 3 hours in the middle of the day. The rest of the days have been really pleasant. We've been having beautiful summer mornings and summer evenings. I'm guessing probably in the high 70s, low 80s. It's been absolutely wonderful to get outside. It's feeling more like a typical Minnesota summer. 2020 and 2021 summers were abnormally hot and miserable and not enjoyable at all and kind of depressing to stitch on my temperature whips those years. But this June butterfly has been nothing but fun. It's been fun to see my entire neon rainbow come to life in this piece halfway through the year, but yet it's been really lovely to go outside. Even though those blue colors represent what I would call nasty temperatures, in my opinion, it hasn't felt like that all day long. The weather's been just beautiful, and my butterflies are just beautiful. I also completed my June goal on A is for Ellipsis by Doreen Jones. Here's the design. It is so adorable, and I'm stitching this for my new baby niece, Rhea. I want to give it to her on her first Christmas this year. And here is what I've stitched so far. In June, I stitched up K, L, and M, and the kite was my favorite to stitch last month. It is just so colorful, and the little bows on the tail are so cute. And the kite gave me lots of fond memories of kite flying. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Back when I lived in Nebraska, it was very easy to do because there was plentiful, strong prairie wind and wide open space for flying a kite. It's a bit trickier to fly a kite here in Minnesota because we have a lot of trees, but we do usually get around to it at least once a summer up here. But I would go kite flying a lot with my kids back in Nebraska. And even on my own, I have a memory of running around on my college football field just flying a kite by myself because I am a free spirit and a total dork, I guess. But yeah, the kite was super cute and stitching it made me super happy, and I just feel good anytime I get to bring out this whip. This one is my favorite. And then lastly for cross stitch, I spent a little bit of time on my Autumn Cat sampler by Nancy Rossi. This is the design. It is so beautiful and detailed. And here's how mine looks. It's not too different from the last time I showed it to you. I most recently worked on this little cluster of leaves here and this little edge down here. Eventually, once I put some backstitch in it, this area will be the clear domed squirrel baffle that hangs above the feeder that these orioles are going to be eating from. So yeah, this little cluster here is a little funky and difficult to explain to you, but that's what I worked on. And I'm happy to bring this piece out again to show you because it's just so neat. These orioles are really pretty. And I have been getting orioles in my yard this summer. I have a mulberry tree in my front yard, and orioles love eating the berries. They don't come to my feeder, but they always show up in my mulberry tree in the summertime. They just love those berries, and my kids love the mulberries. This year, Sylvia in particular finally took an interest in that tree. She noticed the berries, and I told her that they were safe for her to eat. So anytime she's outside, she is just snacking on berries straight from the tree. The mulberry tree kind of needs a little bit of trimming. The branches hang low enough to the ground for her to reach on her own quite easily. And I just love that she's snacking on berries from the mulberry tree. That means a lot to me because she is reliving a part of my own childhood. When I was a little girl living in my grandma's house, there was a mulberry tree in her yard, and I would pick berries and feed my face whenever I was playing outside, just as Sylvia's doing. Having a mulberry tree in my yard now really makes my house feel like home, and seeing my kids, Glenn picks the berries only a little bit. He's not so into them, but Sylvia is very into them. And just seeing my kids enjoying the mulberries makes me feel like my life has come full circle. It really means a lot to me. Well, June was not a very stitchy month, but it was somewhat of a crafty month. So let me show you all the other stuff I've made. I'm going to start with a t-shirt. Here is a bright orange shirt that I painted some simple little bugs on. I made 2 of these, one for each of my kids, and the 2 shirts aren't identical to each other, but this is the only one that happened to be clean, so you get to see this one. And I ended up painting these shirts because one of the last days of school for my kids was Spirit Day, and each grade was supposed to wear a special color. And Glenn and Sylvia are both first graders, and they were supposed to wear orange, but they didn't have anything orange in their closet. So the night before, I just ran to the store and bought 2 blank orange shirts, and initially I had no plans to decorate them whatsoever. I was just gonna throw them on my kids for Spirit Day and send them out the door. But later in the night, I felt a spark of inspiration, and I already had some fabric paint and some circular sponge brushes in my craft stash, so I quickly made up these simple little bug designs and just whipped out these 2 little custom shirts for my kids. And Glenn and Sylvia adore these shirts. They have worn them at least once a week ever since that Spirit Day. So I'm glad that this very quick little craft project I did for them was a hit with them. I just love making things for my kids, and it's especially nice when they actually really like and appreciate those things that I make for them. So here is some cute pictures of Glenn and Sylvia wearing their bug shirts on Spirit Day. And once again, here are just my simple, easy little bugs that I painted with the little like circle sponge stamper brushes. Super easy and quick, but just worth that little bit of effort to do something special for Glenn and Sylvie. Now, not only did I make clothes for my kids, I also made clothes for my lizard. Let me explain. Now that it is warm and sunny outside, whenever we go to the park, we tend to bring Calcifer, our bearded dragon, along with us. And when we do, I am self-consciously aware that I am a pink-haired lady toting around a lizard on a leash. I must look absolutely insane, but I do it because I love Calcifer, and bringing her outside helps keep her healthy. Bearded dragons need ultraviolet light to survive, and of course the best source of that is the sun. So whenever we go someplace she can go, she comes with. And Calcifer is really the easiest traveler. She seems perfectly comfy in her little critter carrier that we have for her. And when we have a safe spot to take her out of the carrier so she can bask in the sun, she barely even moves. I really only have her on a harness and leash in case an eagle decides to swoop in and carry her off. That's our safety line. But even though she barely moves at all, she does have excellent body language. She will lift her head up and curl her tail a little bit. And in bearded dragons, that is a sign they are feeling alert and curious. And sometimes she will even gape her mouth open, which is an excellent signal that she is having the best bask out in the sun. So her body language is just super cute. She looks like the happiest lizard. The one problem, though, is that her butterfly harness that we got for her last year is a bit tight on her now. She is a grown-up lizard, and her old butterfly harness was cutting into her beardy bulge. So I decided to make a better harness for her myself. Her old harness was from an Etsy shop that I will link down below in case you have a lizard that needs a wardrobe. But here is the harness that I made for Calcifer, and it has her namesake on it. This print has Calcifer, the fire demon from Howl's Moving Castle, along with his favorite foods. And this happens to be some flannel-backed pleather, so the other side is nice and soft for the beardy, but it's a nice sturdy material. And then this is just Velcro that goes under her belly. And this is an elastic neck loop and, of course, a little D-ring where I can hook her leash. So, yeah, this is the harness that I made for her. And here's a cute little picture of her wearing it. And she hasn't gotten to wear it outside yet. I just recently finished it. But the next time we go somewhere where she can come along, I just cannot wait to take even more cute pictures of her wearing it actually outdoors. If you've been following my Instagram at all, you've already seen several pictures of her basking and looking adorable in whatever beautiful scenery we bring her to. So that's just the goofy, fun thing I've been doing lately is taking my lizard for walkies. Who needs a dog? I have yet another craft that I made in the spirit of summer, and that is a wreath for the front door of my house. The wreath that I'd had up there on the door was a bit faded from the sun, and I just felt ready to have something new to look at. So I quickly whipped up this rag wreath. Now it is a bit scrunched down, and if I hold it at this angle, you can kind of tell that the fabric's been a bit flattened because it gets squeezed between the front door and the glass door in front of it. Like the heavy front door and then the glass storm door, is it called? Or is the heavy front door the storm door, and then the glass door is the screen door? But ours doesn't have a screen. It's just a glass door. I think that is called the storm door. But then what is the actual heavy front door called? Just the front door? This is embarrassing. I've been a homeowner for like 11 years. I should not be having brain farts like this. I should know what things are called. But anyway, this is a bit scrunched from getting squished between the two doors. Anyway, that's fine because this was just a really quick wreath that I made for fun to have a little something new to look at on my door. It is a rag wreath, and I made it from 2 charm packs of quilting fabric and a foam wreath form. I just took a Phillips head screwdriver and went poke, poke, poke. And it was quick and fun to make. There are more intricate ways of making a rag wreath that I think are a little nicer. The backs of the fabric pieces tend to not show too much on better rag wreaths, but I just didn't have a whole lot of time to invest in this project, and also I didn't want to cut into these pre-cut squares at all. I don't own pinking shears, and these all have the really nice pinked edges, and I did not want to mess that up. So I just quickly threw this together. It was very simple and fun, and I do think it looks pretty, and it really livens up my front door. So I am enjoying this as my new summer wreath. And I have yet another craft project that's not cross-stitch, but at least this one is needlework. I started on another knitted caterpillar for the charity project I am doing this year. I have a goal to knit 25 caterpillar plushies to go into bedtime bags along with matching blankets and books about bugs. And at the end of 2022, I will donate these bedtime bags to the Interfaith Action of Greater St. Paul to be distributed to children of families struggling with homelessness. So I got all the knitting done on a purple caterpillar. Here's the back. This is the belly. It just needs stuffing, eyes, and legs. And I was inspired to knit a cute purple caterpillar because of this book, The Purple Butterfly. So these two will pair together. I just have to find a matching purple blankie, and that will make for a very sweet bedtime bag. And this book was sent to me by my friend Susan. She is my best stitching buddy who watches my channel, and she has so very generously sent me a lot of cute bug books to help me with my goal. In fact, I really need to count them all because I'm pretty sure she's gotten me pretty close to 25 books. So Susan, I'm so grateful to you. Thank you for helping me and believing in me. So gotta finish up this caterpillar here and find a blankie. And I also still have to finish up this caterpillar who goes with this book and still needs a blankie. I've shown you these before. I have to be honest that I am behind on my caterpillar goal. And I've really been thinking about it, and I've figured out what the problem is. Here's an actual finished caterpillar to show you guys while I talk about this. So the thing is, I can actually do the knitting part of these guys very efficiently. Knitting is such a portable craft that does not require my full concentration. I am able to just knit during the day with my kids running around, and it's fine because I can put it down and pick it back up easily whenever. But finishing these guys, doing the stuffing, eyes and legs, sewing them shut, requires my full attention. I have to wait until I have time to myself to do the final details. And the mistake I've been making is waiting until I fully finish one caterpillar before starting on another. So I've decided my new approach is to go ahead and get the knitting done and bring as many caterpillars as I can to this point, and then eventually making time to have one big sit-down session to finish as many as I can all together at once. So I'm going to do this a little more industrial style and just knit and knit and knit and then make time to finish and finish and finish. So hopefully I will do a better job of getting this goal off the ground a bit more. These caterpillars are number 7 and number 8. So we're halfway through the year and I'm not halfway done, but I believe in myself. I know I can do it. I actually knitted 23 caterpillars and did bedtime bags in the year 2018. And that was the year that I moved from Nebraska to Minnesota. That was a very stressful year with a lot going on. I can make this. It'll be okay. I just got to get in a new groove. I did do one other thing to make some progress towards my bedtime bag goal, and that was purchasing the actual bags. Here they are. This is one unopened stack of them, and I'm very happy that I found these because they're really quite nice. They are decently sized cotton canvas bags, and they have a really pretty tweedy muslin texture. And they're this beautiful mottled olive green. It looks so natural, yet kid-friendly, and definitely meshes with the caterpillar theme. I'm really excited to use these bags that I picked out myself. The bags that I used in 2018 came directly from the charity that I did the bedtime bags for at that time. It's a charity called Project Night Night. But the bags they sent me were smaller and they were just plain beige canvas. So I'm a little bit more excited about these. And I have a few fully packed already. Here's an example. It's got a little caterpillar head poking out the top. And here is the big fluffy blankie inside. And then the book is right there in front, ready to go. So this is the full package. You can see these bags are quite large. It's so motivating to see a fully packed bag. I have 6 of those over there in my room, and they feel very special, and I really hope these make a difference. Well, that's all the creative stuff I've been up to lately, and I'm sorry that it's been more crafty than stitchy, but like I said before, since my last Flosstube, I've been in a completely different groove. I am totally in summer mode, doing lots of fun outdoor stuff with my kids and my lizard. Oh, I have gotten to spend some quality time with my husband too. Tim and I recently put another puzzle together. This one was a 500-piece puzzle of rainbow colored crystals. It was super interesting and quick and fun to do. And really, I am just always down to totally nerd it out with my husband. That is who we are. Anyway, an actual cool thing that I've also been doing so far this summer is volunteering in the songbird nursery at my local wildlife rescue. And unfortunately, I am not at all allowed to take pictures of the ugly, cute nestling birds that I take care of, but they did give me a cool name tag. I've worked 3 shifts at the songbird nursery so far, and I'm already feeling really comfortable in my job there, which is super nice. And my primary responsibility is taking care of the babiest birds who barely have any feathers yet, and they're ugly cute and absolutely precious. And I so want to tell you every detail of my volunteer experience, but it is a long story and I just cannot do it in this video, you guys. I am so sorry. I have just been struggling to talk over all the fireworks, and I've been doing retake after retake trying to make this video, and at this point I am absolutely exhausted of talking. So I beg you to come back to my next video so you can hear all about my experience working with the wild birds. I'm so excited to tell you about it, but I just cannot physically talk anymore, you guys. I am just stuttering and stumbling. I am done. So please come back. I have so much more I want to tell you. And also next time I hope to have a lot more cross stitch to show. But until then, God loves you and I love you. Happy 4th of July to all of you Americans, and goodbye.